We have a brand. New York has a brand. And when people see it, it means something. You know, when we go there, it's not, Kansas doesn't have a brand.
Today we start with the New York City brand. At JFK International Airport, they celebrated giving out contracts to the most qualified and the best available companies for that particular contract. Just kidding, they celebrated giving out contracts based off of race and gender.
What we didn't want to happen is to go back to the community, and Jim, you know this, and people look at us and say, well, what did you do? No one on that project looks like us. No one in that project represents us. We did not want to have those conversations, and that's why those tireless meetings that took place on Zoom, it was Microsoft, WebEx, or whatever it was, and it wasn't working, and your bandwidth, and you had to turn off the camera or turn off the mic. As annoying as it was, we knew it was for us, by us, to make sure that this community that we represent looks like us.
Just as a side note, I do find it pretty ironic that the modern day leftists can't define what a woman is or is unwilling to define what a woman is until it is time to award these billion-dollar contracts, and then all of a sudden they're very pro-woman.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition? No.
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't?
Not in this context.
So
I'm not a biologist.
The meaning of the word woman is so unclear and controversial that you can't give me a definition?
Senator, in my work as a judge, what I do is I address disputes. If there's a dispute about a definition, people make arguments, and I look at the law and I decide. Well, so I'm not.
The fact that you can't give me a straight answer about something as fundamental as what a woman is underscores the dangers of the kind of progressive education that we are hearing about.
Next, we have New York City Mayor Eric Adams, who is claiming he's taking a trip to Italy to fix immigration and the housing crisis in New York City. Your guess is as good as mine as far as how that would help in any way. Sounds like a taxpayer-funded vacation to me.
First of all, most important thing, let's go Knicks. Let's win it. Headed to Italy. Part of an overall finding our common grounds, how we deal with migrants and asylum seekers, how we deal with affordable housing, our economy, sustainability, just some important issues. And the most significant moment for me is the opportunity to meet our Holy Father, the Pope, His Holiness, and this is the start of a journey.
Then we have New York City Council Member Shahana Hanif.
I like to say that every single New Yorker is meeting at least 3 Bangladeshis on any given day. We're your Uber driver, we're at the Dunkin', we're a deliverista, we're your doctor, so we're everywhere.
She has a proposal on the table to prevent New York City from evicting any newcomer, aka illegal immigrant. The basic idea of what she's trying to sell here is that the journey the typical illegal immigrant will take to get here is so tough and hard to get through that therefore we should not be allowed legally to evict them once they are here.
Families in our districts, why adults just getting their lives started here after trekking thousands of miles in the jungle from a traumatic homeland to a place that they want to restart a life with the opportunity for democracy. Nothing at all except for a doubling down by this administration that this is the right policy to address the influx of asylum seekers. And like our comptroller mentioned, at the hearing for my legislation, the Stop Shelter Evictions Act, Intro 210, which would remove the caps on 30 and 60-day rule. And I'm grateful to the 18 sponsors in the council. I'm grateful to the coalition, including Jews for Racial Economic Justice, New York Immigration Coalition, Malika, 1199, Women in Need. We are a growing coalition that says no family in our city should be evicted. Right now, we've got to be clear that this mayor has created a separate and unequal shelter system for asylum seekers.
Here's another clip of Eric Adams. He was asked about Donald Trump potentially going to Rikers Island. They actually laugh about it and then say that they're prepared to do so.
So at President Trump's trial, they were talking about how he might end up in jail if he continues to violate these court orders. Is Rikers prepared for that? Do you guys have those discussions yet? And if so, what would that even look like?
Our amazing commissioner, she is prepared for whatever comes on Rikers Island. I'm pretty sure she would be prepared to manage and deal with the situation. As you see what's happening with Harvey Weinstein. We have to adjust, in this business, particularly around law enforcement, we have to adjust whatever comes our way, but, we don't want to deal with a hypothetical, but they're professionals, they'll be ready.
Corrections yet? I'm sorry? You haven't had those discussions with corrections about that situation?
Yeah.
And just remember, while they're talking about all this, New York Governor Kathy Hochul is talking about black kids in the Bronx don't know what a computer is.
Young black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word computer is. They don't know. They don't know these things.